Hi, everybody. Welcome to Thursdate with Erica. Today, I am so excited to hear from Henry. He is coming to us from Germany, and I'm excited to hear about his story and kind of his journey as a digital business owner. And Henry, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank you, Erica, for having me. So it's
Yeah.
such a pleasure to be here today. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome, and thank you for accepting my invite. And everybody with the time difference, it gets a little bit tricky trying to figure out a time that works for both of us. And so I'm so happy that Henry was able to join us today and share his story. And so,
Thank
Henry,
you.
do you want to just do a quick introduction for our viewers today?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching this program. My name is Henry Uche. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I live in Germany. Um, I've been living here since 2014. I work as a chef cook in one of the most busiest restaurants in my city. I came to Germany in 2014 and I studied cooking for like 3 years. I got my, document, my everything, my certificate in 2018. So, and I was working full time and yeah, and that's just a little bit about me. And I'm also a successful digital entrepreneur beside my full-time job as a chef cook.
Well, congratulations. That's amazing for you to be able to get all your certificates done within that time of moving into
Yeah.
Germany. Now, which part of Germany are you living?
It's called Bayern. I mean Bayern, uh, in Germany here.
Yeah, so a couple years ago, I actually had the opportunity to visit Germany, and it was so much fun. I went to Frankfurt and Bonn and
Yeah.
saw the cathedral. Like it's just so beautiful, the architecture, and the food was amazing. So I can just imagine the creations that you make and the as a chef, I'm just like that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. It's not an easy job to be a chef cook. There are so much of varieties, like making all kinds of continental dishes. It's such a hard work to do, but it's sometimes it's fun, trying
Yeah.
to make it
And
fun.
and I can imagine it's also like a high stress job, right? Because you have to
Very
be
strict.
able to exactly
Yeah,
like your food needs to be good, it needs to be up to standards, and you need to make them quick so that the customers are happy. So I can
yeah,
definitely see the hard work in that. Now,
yeah.
what led you, were you looking for another job or another business opportunity, or did you kind of just find this business? Like, how did you start as a digital business owner?
Yeah, I was actually looking for a second stream of income, maybe in form of a second job as a chef cook. But my job, the nature of my job, didn't give me enough time to be able to work somewhere else or do another kind of extra job because I work two shifts in a day and every weekend I work as well. Being a chef cook is one of the most stressful jobs you can ever imagine. So I never want. If I had an opportunity again, I would learn something different. But age is no longer on our side. But yeah, um, when I started the job, I thought it's gonna be fun. It's like at the beginning, it's everything easy, but when you get your graduation and you're done full in this job, then you know that being a chef cook is just different from being a starter. So
Yeah.
yeah, when I became full time as a chef cook, I was working like I said every two times in a day. I only have one day off, like Mondays. So I was looking at my salary, the money I was making from my job wasn't enough for me to set up my bills because being an African immigrant, you have a lot of responsibilities back home that are really waiting for you. So I was literally looking for a second job, but the time was difficult. I tried different places. Nobody want to employ somebody who has only one day off. At least you will be able to provide two specific days. And in my job, you don't get such specific day. You only have Mondays off because in our company we have Mondays off is closed. So that's the only day you can get. But maybe other day you can get a day off, but you can't tell when or so. So there's no specific day, and nobody want to employ you based on something like just like that. But it was difficult actually to get a second job for me, and I really needed that. it's also a lot of stress because even the first one is taking all my time and too much of stress. So I was looking for a second stream of income, but not in form of a digital business actually. But this business just came to me just like that. I just came across it, and yeah, that day was my happiest day because it was just actually what the best thing I needed at that point. And yeah, the business got to me at the right time and exactly when I need it. So I would say,
Yeah, and I understand that, right? Like if you're working at like for somebody else and trying to get a second job, like when you don't have a lot of free time from your first job, like it's so hard to coordinate the two, working times together. And yeah, I totally understand how n- it was hard and difficult not to be able to find that second job
yeah,
somewhere.
definitely it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
But with at least, with this digital business, like I
Everything
it's
is.
flexible, right? You can do it
Yeah,
anytime,
it's
anywhere, and
flexible. You can do it anytime. Just having your smartphone on you. Even at my work, I can run my business. It's just a cool thing. So it's a job I was looking for that I can do at my own convenient time. And this business got my back. Yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
yeah. And it goes to show that you can have a very busy schedule, like working two shifts every day and all weekend long,
Mhm.
and still have a
So
successful
many people.
digital business.
Of course it can, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when did you start? When did you become a digital business owner?
Yeah, my first attempt, I saw this a lady talking about this business in 2019. That was precisely in March. So I listened to her story and then I asked her my question, like what this business is all about. She just asked me to go and watch your webinar, which I did, and I saw a lot of people, especially more African immigrants like myself, that are also in the community. And then I decided to register and see what the whole community is all about because they told me that when you register, you get all the information you needed. And I did it. And when I came into the community, what I saw marvels me. And that was when I decided this is where I was looking to be. And yeah, I just took a leap of faith and then I I just hit it. And so that's how I came across the business. There wasn't anything like somebody brought it to me, or maybe I was looking. I was just scrolling through my Facebook newsfeed, and how I got it. I just saw the business there, and that's just it.
That's that's amazing. Now, what would you say, um, the biggest blessing you've gotten since starting this business? Like your biggest either accomplishment or the biggest thing that you're most grateful for since starting your business?
Yeah, I'm grateful because this business has accorded me so many things that many of you, of course, knows about me in the community and how I started about this business. I was having literally nothing before. I was actually feeding from hand to mouth. My family, I had to take care of them, put food on the table for people back home and myself. And it was very difficult, as so difficult as an African immigrant here. But then when I started this business, I was able to achieve a lot, take care of my mother. That was my first goal, give her the kind of life she deserved because she went through a lot to raise us up all and take care of my siblings, fill their bills and help them to achieve their goals. Like many of them that want to get into business, they had their careers going on. I was able to help them, support them financially. And yeah, now I live a confident and more developed life because self-development is something that I also appreciate that I've gotten through this business. Uh, Formerly, I don't used to come so live on Facebook or whatever, but these days I can able to achieve my goal, know that the power I needed to achieve anything I want is within me. This business brought out the real me in me. So I thank God that I found this business and so many things that I've achieved, mindset, courage, focus. And during the pandemic, we had to stop working for like 6 months. In my industry was the first to shut down when the pandemic struck. My job stopped. There was no way money was coming in. Our salary was cut into two, but then there were bills up and down to pay. Not even enough to pay the house rent, not to talk of the pay, get a family back home. But thank God this business came at the right time. I was actually, feeding from this business, doing all my projects within that pandemic time. I was actually even building a house for my mom back home on that time. So it's because of this business. The second job wouldn't have given me this opportunity. How much do you intend to make from a second job if you have to work only 2 days in a week? Then think about the stress, the pain, and everything you come back with. And so not even the way that the second job can do for you. But this business really helped me. Formerly, I was even working extra hours since I know that I couldn't get a second job. I was working extra hours in my company, but now I reduce my working hours. I work normal like every other people. I have 2.5 days off and I'm just working 4.5 days. And this business keep going, we're looking forward in the future. Maybe by next year, I want to cut down my working hours to 50-50. And then in the next 2-3 years, definitely you're going to resign from, because I've seen it working. People resigning, quitting their job because of this business, and taking the business full time because it's really changing life. So much to talk about, Erica, but just for the sake of time, I think we have to stop here.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Thank you. And I am so happy that, you found this business and it helped you and your family. And that's
Mm,
true, like during the pandemic, things that we thought was stable and that we were going to be okay with,
yeah,
like everything shut
actually,
down. And
everything
so
shut down.
I'm so happy that you had this business and that you were able to still build a house for your mom. That's amazing, right? And even though like your company closed, you were still able to do that. Like, what a wonderful blessing. That's so
Yeah,
amazing. Well, thank you so much, Henry, for your time. I won't take up
thank
too
you for
much
having me.
more, but yeah, I am so grateful for your story. It's really inspiring to hear about how have been able to help yourself and help your family and your siblings and your mom and, people back home and what you're doing for your community. And it's so
Yeah,
amazing and, really, truly inspiring. Well, everybody,
thank you.
I hope you guys were able to get some amazing nuggets and inspiration from Henry. Henry, is there anything that you'd like to tell them or invite them to if they're looking for something or just done with working too much? Is there anything that you can say to them?
Yeah, definitely. If you're looking for a way to supplement your income, to increase, get a second stream of income that could possibly replace your full-time job, I just want to invite you to our webinar. It is on Tuesdays and then Thursday. It is the same 90-minute video I watched that transformed my life, right? Before now, I used to spend these hours in watching movies and doing some fun, crazy things with my data, wasting them all. Just like I remember when I started this business, I literally got a new apartment, and then I was furnituring the house. I was putting every stuff. It cost me a lot of money. I even had to borrow money because I haven't started this business, and that was the same year actually. And I had to get a Wi-Fi. I had a laptop at home and I had to get a Wi-Fi. And I said to myself, what will you be needing a Wi-Fi at home for? And I just said, it's literally for watching movies on YouTube. I said, wow, this is crazy. I have a data on my phone and then I had to put a Wi-Fi just to watch movies, just to keep yourself some kind of a little bit fun, not just working to stupid. But then I was so happy when I came across this business. It was that same year, after the next month after I finished everything about my house and I found this business, I said, thank God, now I found something that this Wi-Fi will be working for. I won't just be
Exactly.
paying for you just watching movie. Then you have to be fetching me money. So I'm glad that I can, using my social media with my smartphone, using it as a working machine to make money. Guys, this is the best feeling you can ever think of. You don't know how amazing it is, right? Even sometimes you might be in at work and there's just a message that coming, you just reply, though you don't know that somebody behind you don't know that you're making good money on that. Just that 2 minutes to spend on that phone, you right? So guys, it's no longer the usual thing we used to spend our time on social media watching or posting stuffs without any result. Now there is something you can change your social media life that can make you become a successful entrepreneur, and then you start making money online, just like what we do. So we post stuff about ourselves, our lives, and our styles, and everything we do, and we make money from it. So because this business, and it's an automated system, right? So you don't need to be there all the time trying to fix things or trying to reply to your clients. The system does that for you. And the most important part of it, there was no sales involved. Like I don't have to carry a product to the street or looking for somebody to buy. I don't even have the time. But then everything is automated. That's why it's very easy, and it's a great feeling. Sometimes I don't even know how to put it in words, but guys, if only you can come in. When we say you come in and see for yourself, and then you will see the excitement, then you can decide if it's something you want to do. There's no risk. Even if you say you don't want to decide, you don't want to do it, you still have the chance of going back. You can get a refund from your registration fee. Actually, I just came in to see. I wasn't even thinking of going into a business, but I just wanted to see. That's how I came in. But what I saw, I couldn't pull myself back. I had to go further because what I saw there really strikes me. And here I am today telling my story. It could be you, it could be anybody. In the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, if I'm not doing this business, I have to work for another 37, 36 years or 33 years before I can think of relaxing. And then some on our own side will say anything they give to an old person, any success an old man makes is not enjoyable, right? So yeah, but then you know that you can be 35 and you can quit that job. I've seen it happen in our community many times. My mentor had to quit her job, a full-time nursing professional that is really making wave in this business. She is still young, about 36 or so. She quit her full-time job. So you can imagine somebody at that age enjoying life with her family. So this business can take you there. In the next 2, 3 years, this is what I'm seeing myself in this business, and it could happen to anybody. So it's just a leap of faith. Come and see for yourself, and don't let anybody explain to you what is inside. You need to come and see inside yourself, because that's the best way you can confirm it. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Erica, for having me. And
Yeah,
thank you all
no,
our viewers for watching us. You're really amazing.
no, thank you. That's amazing. And I love the way you put that. So everybody get registered and watch the no cost webinar that we have live every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Really, this was where I started too, and where Henry started, right? This is where we
Yeah,
saw the system, the platform, what it is that we offer, and then changed our lives. That 90 minutes
definitely.
literally changed our lives. And so why not change yours too and see if it's a great fit for you? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Henry, thank you so much for your time. And you
You're
guys have
welcome.
a wonderful rest of the week. Bye.
Bye.